Hey, Ash. How's it going, honey? Diary, hello. Make sure you guys do live chat, okay? Let me pull up this. Good, good, good. How was your weekend, guys? Hope it was good. I'm having a little bit of cheese here, pepperoni, cucumber, and part of an avocado. Mm, thank you. Hey, Lit, you were okay. What happened? You're right? My other one's right down here. Jenna, 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 my little doll. I love you. Hey, Nina. Jenna, you're going to have to call me on my phone, babe, if you need to get a hold of me or on my email. I love you too, Jenna. I love you too, babe. More than you know. Trust me, more than you know. Diary, how are you? Yeah, I'm loaded up on my Ambien, on my sinus stuff. Okay, you'll have to email me then, babe. Hey, Green Bay, how are you? I heard you needed to get a hold of me, Jenna. Okay, it's under Uber Goober Lady, gmail.com. Hey, Mary. I know, right? I couldn't sleep, and I've got an early appointment in the morning. Got a lot on my mind. And, okay, honey, good. Got a lot on my mind. On my mind. Couldn't sleep. And, hi, Jenny. So, I thought, well, I came in here and ate my cheese and my avocado and my cucumbers, but I'd come in and kind of tell you guys a little story. And this story will take me back. Mm, it was cold here, but no, Cab 7, I love you. Hashtag Gab. What you guys did tonight was wonderful. What are you referring to, Jenna? Because I could tell you a bunch more, but I won't. But, I want you guys to really do a round of applause for Cab 7 and for Green Bay. They did a wonderful job today. And I'm sorry I wasn't there the whole time, Cab. I had company. Okay, honey. A4. So I'm going to tell you guys a little story, and there's a lesson at the end of this story. And I don't know if I should tell you the reason why I'm going to tell you this lesson. Hi, Joy. Hi, Queenie. Um, now or later. It was wonderful. Yeah, from what I saw towards the end. Four score big hugs, bud. So, oh, Brenda, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's kind of like I was going to go for popcorn, but this is a lot more healthier. You know, I've been trying to lose weight and trying to lose weight. I shouldn't be eating this late, but my nerves are, my nerves are shot. But anyway, let me tell you guys a little story. So I grew up in a political family. My grandfather ran for governor and also for mayor. And he also had back then it was called a polka party show. And every Saturday night he had his own TV show. And they would do like waltzes, and it was a band that would show up. Well, when they had a break, and I was like 7 years old, us kids got to go as long as we behaved. And so mom and dad would let me go, and I took a liking to the drums. I really liked the drums. So one night they let me sit behind them and play with them. I think I was only 6 years old. And hi, Brian. Brian, let me tell you something, honey. Let me tell you something about that. Brian. First of all, honey, I want to know if you donated. Second of all, Brian, don't come in my live stream and start that happy horse shit. You got a fucking problem. Come in here under your real name and talk about it like a man. But you aren't a man because you got to come in here under a troll name and start your happy fucking horse shit. Now, I don't know if you heard or not, but this is my live stream. And what Cab did the right thing. I want to know if you donated. If you didn't, you don't really have a say in any of it. So pack your little bags and move on down the road if you don't like it. In other words, what I'm trying to tell you, Brian, in a real nice way, go fuck yourself. How about that, piece of shit? Okay, now that I was rudely interrupted, I'll go back to my little story. So, my granddad said to my dad, "My God, that girl's got some talent. Need to get her a drum set." Which I didn't have any idea, right? So, come Christmas time, here comes the drums. My grandfather bought me drums. And so, thank you, Miss Accounting, Billy Ellish. Thank you very much for your accounting knowledge. Thank you. Same person, just thank you so much. Come back when you can become a real legit human being. Such a lovely person you are. Take the high road and get the fuck out of here. So anyway, I got my first drum set when I turned 7 years old. And it was on the contingency, and I'm talking a whole drum set, a Slingerland set of drums with Zildjian cymbals, the whole works. But the contingency was my folks would pay for drum lessons every Saturday. It was $15 for a half hour. I love you too, Tucker. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. I love you too, Tucker. So every Saturday, my mom, but okay, let me back up. I had to practice every day, 30 minutes a day. 30 minutes a day. If I missed a day of practicing, I had to make it up the next day. So it would have been an hour. Now, my folks left that up to me. They said, we're paying for your drum lessons. Hey, Tina. So please practice every day, 30 minutes. Well, I'd go a day without practicing, so it was an hour the next day. And, I'd skip a day now and then. Then Saturdays, my special thing was to go with my mom. And we would go after my drum lessons, hey, Vintage, and get some fresh made popcorn, caramel popcorn. That was like our mother-daughter thing. I loved it. I can still smell it. I can remember our conversations. Hi, Leanne. So one week, I decided I really didn't want to practice. So Monday came, no practice. Tuesday came, it was an hour, no practice. Wednesday came, no practice. Thursday came, no practice. Friday came, no practice. Now, in our house, we have family meals at the table. Every Saturday, my dad was in the house at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. Dinner was on the table when he walked in. Us kids were sat at the table. Everything's laid out on the table. So Dad comes walking in, sits at the table. Mom looked at me and she said, you got something to say to your father? I said, no, not that I know of. She said, did you practice today? I said, no, ma'am. How about Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday and Thursday? Oh, Green Bay, thank you, honey. Thank you. I said, no, ma'am, I didn't practice. Dad looked up at me and he said, is that true? You didn't practice all week? I said, no, sir, I sure didn't. Why not? I said, I don't know why not. I didn't want to. He said, go down, get them drums. So I grabbed him and brought him up. He helped. Brought him up to the front of the stairway. My dad took those drums, every one of them, walked them right straight out to the alleyway and put them in the dumpster. I went, whoa. I mean, everything, my drumsticks, my seat, every single bit of that drum kit. He picked up and he threw it out in that dumpster. And he came back in from the dumpster. Oh, yeah, I was upset. I was crying. Oh, I was so upset. I was so upset. And he looked at me and he said, now, young lady, you will call your grandfather when we get done with dinner and you get done with your dishes, and you will tell him why you no longer have that drum set that he worked hard for to get you. I said, okay. I'm just a bawling, I'm crying. And then I went to bed after I had to call my grandfather. That was my punishment. I had to go right straight to bed. No TV, no nothing. Go right straight to bed. Well, the garbage men were supposed to come out. I know I couldn't sleep, honey. Thank you, sweetie. I appreciate that. The garbage man, hey, Robin, the garbage men were supposed to come the next day and pick up the trash. I was devastated that I would no longer have my drums. I really did enjoy my drums. But I was a kid. I just didn't feel like I just didn't want to do it that day. So that weekend, I just didn't do it. I was being defiant. Happy holidays to you too, baby. So I get up the next morning and I sneak outside to go get my drums out. I'm going to go ahead and take them out. I'm going to be defiant. And I'm going to take my drums out of the garbage. Well, I went out there. They were gone. Gone. I didn't know what I was going to do. I was so upset. The garbage man had come and picked him up. I went in my bedroom and I cried and I cried and I cried. Because that was a gift from my grandfather and I cherished them. And it was something I wanted to do. I mean, it was something, it was special to me. You know? I cried and I cried and I cried and I cried. Well, my dad left, went to work. You're fine. My dad left, went to work. I'm no longer on Twitter, guys, by the way. He came home that night. We all sat down at the table and he looked at me and he said, how did he put that? How did he put that? Well, did you learn your lesson? And I said, yes, sir, I did. He said, if you're supposed to practice every day for 30 minutes, what are you going to do? I said, I'm going to practice. He said, if your mom and I are putting out this money every week that we work hard for to help you, what are you going to do? I said, I'm going to practice. He said, go ahead and go downstairs. He said, I want to hear you start hitting on those drums. I said, Dad, my drums got taken away this morning in the garbage. He said, no, they didn't. I got up in the middle of the night and went out and got them while you were sleeping. He said, I wanted to prove a lesson to you. And here's the lesson that I learned from that incident. If you want something bad enough, you've got to work for it. It can't be just given to you. It can't be just given to you. You have to work for it. You've got to work for it. You can't expect people to give it to you. That is the best lesson I ever learned growing up. And it got taken away from me just like that. Just like that, for not doing what I was supposed to do. Hey, Red Road Runner. And not following the rules and working for it. It got taken away just that fast. Well, throughout the years, I ended up working my ass off. I ended up getting first chair, playing in the first Scottish band. No, you're not promised anything in life. Life isn't fair. You have to get out there and work for it. Yes, and those lessons stayed with me. I ended up doing lessons for, it was another 15 years. You know, and I traveled all over the country. Tennessee Weasel. So that was a lesson I had to learn. My parents, it was tough love. And it was tough love because, hey, Ghost Mafia, I was going to send you something for that thing, but I got in there too late by the time I figured out how to change the MPG or whatever it was. I got tired. I was going to go lay down and I couldn't sleep, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, um, yeah, my folks were real tough on me, real tough on me. But the lesson in all that was they instilled real good work ethics on me. You can't expect somebody to carry you through the rest of your life. You can't do it. Does it mean you can't help people out? I was devastated the day I threw the teenage fit accidentally needed when it was hidden. Oh. Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, thank you, Hondo, very much. I appreciate that. Sometimes I feel very unappreciated, but that's my ordeal. Nothing that you guys do, you know. So, and I know you guys are all adults and you know what you want in life and you know how to get it. But wow, Jenna. And trust me, I have made some big mistakes in my life. And I paid for them, you know. But I've always worked hard. I've always worked very hard for anything I've ever wanted or got. You know, haven't we? So that's my little lesson, you know. It's just, I've stayed with me the rest of my life. Oh, I love you too, Hondo. Love you too. Yeah, and remember, we got the anniversary coming up of little Rosie's death on the 23rd. I've been thinking about that. Sorry, guys, I've got bad sinus crap going on. Good lesson many could benefit learning from. Absolutely, Mary, absolutely. You can't get anywhere in life without putting that foot forward and going for it and working hard at it. You know, I realize a lot of people have low self-esteem. I know that for a fact. I do too. But unless you get out there and do stuff, it you're never going to get out of your comfort zone. Exactly. Yeah, I miss little Rosie too. I talk to Johnny all the time. I'll be calling him on the 23rd, and we'll see what we can do for a short little stream for Rosie. And then, sorry, I'm eating so loud. Right, Jenna? That's what I've been battling too bad. I'm about ready to leave. I left Twitter. Here's, this time of year is bad for a lot of people. I'm coming up to the anniversary, which I wanted to bring this up too. I'm a little bit pissy about this. Thank you, Terry. Hashtag 9 cents. I'm a little bit pissy about this subject because of a certain somebody. I won't say her name. been going around from stream to stream. Yeah, I understand. I understand, Jenna. But for those of you that didn't know, you probably all should know now. The anniversary of my brother's death is coming up here too in January. And I still haven't dealt with his death, believe it or not. We see you, biker, you little sexy thing. Said hi to you, baby. And you know how I feel about suicide and how important it is to my heart. And I hate that when people use suicide as a reason. Okay, Hondo, thank you for coming in, honey. Thank you. See you soon, sweetie. Life of Grace, hello. Have a great holiday. You too. I hate it when people use the suicide card. I'm going to put choice of bad word to gain sympathy, as I've watched here this last couple months. Now, here's the situation. It's caught between a rock and a hard place. You know, if somebody, and I want to say this, if somebody needs help, you know, none of us are psychologists or psychiatrists on here. All we can do is give them the resources that they need to go get help with. Yeah, it does. It does. So I'm just going to ask y'all, if you see somebody that is doing that, there is a national suicide number. All you have to do is Google it and give this person the number. That's what I'm going to start doing when I see her do it. I believe she does need some mental help. But you know, she's just needs help. And I want to, you know, follow through with that, to be honest with you. And then there's a few more things I want to talk about. What are you guys doing? What are you doing? What is the problem? I'm talking. Can you give me a break? Can you give me a break? No, no, I want a break. So, yeah, I do too, Mary. She seems like a nice lady. Nothing to be ashamed of. Absolutely, Jenna. Absolutely. And let's not forget, G Mango's wife goes in tomorrow to be induced. So let's all say prayers. Pepperoni puppies. Let's all say prayers for baby G. So wait for that. And I want to bring up something here too. And this is addressed to you, Mr. Bergs. Mr. Bergs. Mr. Bergs. Right, Ernie? Thank you, guys. Now, Mr. Bergs isn't all up there. You know what I'm saying? He's a little bit shy of a crayon to make a full box. He's really trying hard to get his channel monetized. What he doesn't realize is the screaming and the hollering therapy for many years. It really helps. I promise it does. Yes, Tina. Yes. I was in therapy for quite a while with my PTSD, and I quit going, you know. I should get back to it, but yeah, I quit for a while. But so anyway, he's trying to monetize his channel. The problem with that being is he gets on there and he screams and he hollers and he just demeans women, demeans people with saying his nasty shit. And you know what? There's one reason why people don't like going in there, and that's because of the way you talk to people. Hi, Bluebird. He's abusive, very abusive, very abusive. And if things don't go his way, hey, Simply Twee, many years of therapy. Yep. Thank you, Twee. You're a sweetheart. Well, you know, the county should, Terry, I don't know if your county does, but they should have help for that. Hopefully they would. You know, I know they do here, but mine cost. Yes, he is, Ozzy. He sure is. And the more you sit and watch him, the worse he gets on every stream. And I think it's a crying shame that he thinks people should give him money for sitting there screaming like a banshee and acting like a 5-year-old. I personally will never give him money. He really needs to get on some kind of medication or also get some help, because all he's doing is pushing more people away. They people don't want to be around him because he is abusive, and they really don't want to give him any money. Who wants to give somebody money that's acting like that? Really? I mean, if you think about it, I mean, I wouldn't. I don't want to do that, you know? But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of laid back tonight. He's rude. He's so rude and obnoxious. And you know what? G? I know you're going to say I'm crazy, but, you know, hey, get out of there. I know you're going to think I'm crazy, G, but if you're watching, but, you know, when you keep letting him up on panel, it's the same repetitive stuff that he does. Nothing changes. Only way I've ever heard him is back when Nippy and Jamie took calls. Couldn't stand him then. Yeah. I miss Nippy and Jamie a lot. I hope they come back soon. I really do. But, you know, when you get him up there, every time it's the same stuff. Tells people to shut up, calls women the C words, the B words. He just goes on and on and on and on and on. And it's just a crying shame that a grown man like that has not really grown up. He's still living like he's 5 years old and having a temper tantrum. So I don't know. I think the more people give him attention, yep, I remember that. Yep. I think the more people give him attention, the worse he's going to get. He's thinking he's getting his way. So I don't want nothing to do with him anymore. He's bad news. Bad news. Bergs, Susan. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he's like 48, Bluebird. And he says he can't work because he has asthma and he's got sinus problems. And come on. He got every Every reason in the book why not. He's not going to work. I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? Don't bark. Uh-uh. No bark. He got a haircut today, boy. He thinks he's all spunky. Oh, jump. Oh, you're so heavy. Look at this. Isn't he handsome? Aren't we just handsome? Yes, we're so handsome. Found a lot of people my age or older who are complete idiots over the internet attention. I know, right? Jenna, why is that? That's almost shameful, isn't it? It really is. That's almost shameful. People are like that. That's like those idiots that came in here. You know? Crazy. Like, okay, what's your purpose? You know? I just can't do that. Yeah, any attention at all is good attention for them, right? I'll tell you. My husband has so many disabilities, yet he goes to work every day. Might be either using a cane or walking, but he does. Yeah, exactly. Simply. Exactly. Yeah, I don't know. I just think if Bergs wants to get anywhere in life, which I don't believe he does, he wants everything handed to him, but he would get out there and do some kind of work. Yeah. But I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yep. Hell, I was going to work having radiation treatments for cancer on my chest. Burnt and blistered. Yeah. Every day. Yep. It hurt like hell, but I was there. No, boys, not yet. Well, it shouldn't. I mean, if he's on the right medication, it shouldn't. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you guys are right. You know, I believe it's all in the way that we've been raised as children and work ethics that have been instilled in us. You know, growing up, if us kids, um, we got an allowance, but we had to do our chores to get it. And we had a chore list, and mom and dad would check our chore list and walk through and make sure everything was done. And if we didn't get our chore list done, we didn't get that money. Therefore, we didn't go roller skating. We didn't go to the movies. We didn't buy that candy that we wanted. Now, mom and dad would buy the clothes. My late husband had stage 4 melanoma cancer, had huge tumors in his neck. And he still went to work and he drove a diesel truck. Oh, joy. Bless his heart. Bless his heart. Yeah. Yeah, it breaks my heart because you know, I never got anything handed to me. We were not rich people by any means. By any means. And we had to earn every damn penny that we got. So, and we had to still work, go to school, make sure the house was clean, our bedrooms were clean, laundry was done. My mom was really, really sick when we were growing up. She had encephalitis. She had a tumor behind her spine, size of a grapefruit. She was also got pregnant with the baby. She just, I mean, You know, we didn't have it all that best growing up. But I mean, we were drinking powdered milk. Do y'all remember that powdered milk? Carnation powdered milk? Oh my God. That was so bad. So bad. So, oh, it was terrible. Back problems, pancreatitis, glaucoma, and he still worked until the day he died. Yep. Yes, Tina, it was. It was so bad. We used it in bread making. Oh my gosh. Us kids had to drink that crap in our milk for our cereal. Ugh. Laid off year. Oh gosh. I'm sorry, Mary. Government cheese. Now, government cheese is pretty damn good. That's for sure. Oh my goodness. Well, guys, you know what? I think you talked me into relaxing enough. I might be able to go and lay down. I still got to do something about my nose, but I got to get up early in the morning. I've got stuff to do tomorrow. Gabby came over here and brought me some nachos earlier, and then my groomer came and got the dogs all cleaned up. We had to drink powdered milk sometimes when I was growing up, too. And it was nasty. Yeah, exactly. It was nasty. Yeah. Yeah, you guys have a great day, and happy holidays, everybody. Think of something that made you feel real special growing up. You know, something that just warms your heart when you think about it. You know, nice chatting with you, Simply Twee. Yes, good night to you all, and I'll be back on. And I love you all. Remember that rainbow at the end of the storm. Yes. Okay, guys, I love you all. Have a great evening.